Oh hey, welcome to another edition of Socrates Explains Everything. My name is Socrates and I like to explain things. Today we're going to answer, how can you solve a bunch of world problems at once? How can you solve the world dependence on Russian crude oil, climate change, and supporting all these oligarchies and dangerous regimes all at the same time? The answer, once again, the Sabatier reaction. Basically, we're in this position where the world's going crazy for lots of reasons, and crude oil is behind most of it. And the Sabatier reaction, which was used in the past, kind of solves all these problems at once. You know, Germany in the 40s had a problem where they couldn't get crude oil to run their factories and their unfortunate war machine, and they turned to the Sabatier reaction. They used coal as their feedstock, because to make the Sabatier reaction is you need coal, or you need carbon, hydrogen, and an energy source. And since they couldn't get crude oil, but they had a lot of coal in Germany, they used the coal as the carbon source, and no doubt the energy source. And water creates hydrogen. You can use hydrolysis, I think they call it. And so you create methane and kerosene using this simple process. Well, they could do it in the 40s with war-conditioned German technology. I think we can do it now in 2022 in modern Germany with modern technology. And instead of using coal for the carbon, you simply suck the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and you use that as your carbon feedstock. Again, water creates the hydrogen for hydrolysis, and renewable energy sources power the whole thing. And just like that, you've solved your dependence on Russian crude oil, funding all these oligarchies, the various evil ones that live off crude oil around the world, and you fix the climate to boot at the same time. And one of the things about this is it's not limited to any nation. Currently, crude oil, etc., or coal is limited to certain nations. You know, Sri Lanka is under intense economic collapse due to the forces of capitalism and corruption, which is actually capitalism misspelled. The corrupt family that ran Sri Lanka for 20 years, they're multi-billionaires. And if you don't think that's corruption, well, okay. It's hard to become a multi-billionaire if you're just simply a president of a country, unless you're pocketing money at every corner. Any country can make any individual incredibly rich. Had they spent those billions upon billions of dollars building out carbon absorption technology and the infrastructure to suck up carbon out of the atmosphere, which we all have access to, and building up renewable infrastructure around the island with, you know, windmills and solar, offshore windmills specifically, they would now be able to be cornering the market on fuel as opposed to having none whatsoever. Because this system creates kerosene. It creates, I think, almost every carbon-based fuel. That's the whole thing about the crude oil, you know. It's a hydrocarbon, and that means hydrogen and carbon. Chemically, you just need hydrogen and carbon. The Germans did it during the war. I think Germany should do it again. Save the planet this time, guys.